This is Team 2, and our website is called Zippier. Zippier is going to provide a better school experience for both virtual and traditional students, especially in the group project area. While this website is unlike any other school interface you've ever seen, it does have some very familiar aspects to it, so it's not going to look totally foreign. The students are going to be able to connect with classmates by extending or accepting requests from your peers, and we're going to have classrooms set up to include all peers of a class, as well as teachers or faculty involved with the class. There's a cross-class platform that will be set up so students in one class can communicate with students from another similar class that's taught by the same instructor. And most importantly, all school-related projects can be accessed on one website.
Some of the key features of Zippier are group Word documents. One of the standard features for the Zippier Word document is an edit view that color codes by author or date. This way you can easily see what each person has added to the document or what new changes have been made since you were last in it. The edit view, however, is not available in the final document that is submitted. There's also a checklist feature for projects. Group projects have a checklist feature that groups can set up and even assign list items to certain people. If a list item cannot be completed until another list item is finished, then you are notified as soon as the prerequisite is done. Zippier also has links to the campus bookstore, as well as Chegg.com, Amazon.com for books needed for each class, as well as the swapping option, which is where students can sell books they previously bought. Zippier also features a calendar, which will use an interface much like the Outlook, the Microsoft Outlook calendar, to allow group members to fill in preferred available by email or text only, and not available times.
So what? Why would users want to participate? Most virtual school websites were set up with the idea that virtual students would sign in, get their assignments, do them, and hand them in. Very little communication was required among students, teachers, and virtually none between peers. The platform has completely changed, with more and more interaction between peers encouraged and even required. But the websites have only marginally changed and are becoming vastly outdated. While websites like Blackboard.com are okay for teachers, student relationships, student-to-student relationships, and how they are approached need a remake. The platform has a couple of additional features for users beyond using the program for schoolwork or tutoring and the discussion board. Tutoring is available at different levels with different fees. The discussion board feature is similar to Facebook, posting where you can post questions and anyone can answer or discuss the topic. Another feature to encourage use is the participation chart, available to the class as well as the teacher. If you know your teacher had access to a chart that showed what percent of the project you contributed to, how much time would you spend on a project, or how much help you offered other team members, would you be driven to work more, harder, or just not care? Obviously, there would be a student in each category, but overall participation by group members should increase some. Also, if you have the one group member that leaves everything to the last minute or only checks in at the end, your teacher will have the heads up to that without group members feeling like they're ratting them out.
So the user anatomy, each student can participate as much or as little as they want. There's probably a little more with the participation charts feature, but how they spend time on a site can also help in their class overall. An extra credit or other incentives can be offered for the professors or teachers for helping answer any questions. Studying through the tutoring segments or more, or even further. Participation report logs in the form of graphs, including dates and times, will also be available so that students can self-assess and for teachers to assess participation. The user competency, as with most sites, you'll have some who struggle with the layout, concept, or what other variables there are. One way to help combat that is to have it similar to other already available sites, such as Facebook. There's gaps and problems with ages, varying degree of participation. Biggest goal for the website is to keep it as simple as the purpose allows, so that all levels of competency can easily participate. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that this is more tailored to the virtual student. So you have to have a level of comfort with computers and online in general to be able to be in the situation to need the site to begin with. Virtual tutorials will also be available on Zippier's website and Zippier's YouTube channel. The user connection, addressing power user support. There are some users who will go above and beyond, making sure that the answers to every question are answered and tutoring is taken care of. They will ask questions begging for engaging conversation. This website's a great place for intellectual minds to converge, talk, and discuss. Our way to encourage participation from the infrequent user is the participation reports as well as with teacher incentives. The community support, users with the highest stats will be published publicly unless the users decide to opt out. Prizes will be issued, possibly medals, plaques, certificates, or maybe even gift cards. And lastly, the consume, produce, and share. With this being a school website, consuming, producing, and sharing is built in. Learning helps others to learn by asking and answering questions or sharing past experiences, good, bad, or indifferent.
So that is Zippier, our website that we're proposing, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments. Thank you.